A tropical low around 1,300 kilometres to the east-northeast of Cooktown, likely to intensify into a tropical cyclone tomorrow and approach the far northern Queensland coast later this week. And we can see that on the satellite image showing widespread areas of rain and thunderstorms in the northeastern Coral Sea, well away from the Queensland coast. And that's starting to get bigger as we've seen the last 6 hours. But what I want to show you is this system in the water vapour image. That can tell us a few things. Firstly, you can notice we see a persistent area of convection over the last 12 to 18 hours, and it's getting larger as well. So that's telling us that this low is deepening. Second of all, in terms of steering, there's two main steering influences that you can see on this imagery. Firstly, notice this anticyclonic motion here over the western Coral Sea and over Queensland. Now that's an upper level ridge that will start influencing this system in the coming days. And while over here further to the east, you can see this southward eastward motion here, and that's indicating an upper trough has been influencing this system over the last 12 to 24 hours. But that is now moving away, and notice the last few hours that southwesterly jog towards the Queensland coast. And that's telling us that this upper level ridge has now become the main steering influence of this system and will continue to do so in the coming days. And that's why we have pretty good confidence this system will continue to move westwards towards the Queensland coast in the coming days. And because of that, cyclone watches are current for much of the Queensland coast for Lockhart River and Cooktown as this system approaches. Now, as I mentioned, Category 1 tomorrow, Category 2 Thursday, and then approaching as a Category 3 system sometime on Friday between Lockhart River and Port Douglas. Now, cyclone watches, as I mentioned, between Lockhart River and Port Douglas do include the towns of Cooktown and Cowan as well. So let's look at all of this in more detail. So today, tomorrow, and even into the early parts of Thursday, you'll notice it's going to be quite dry across much of eastern Queensland as those southerly or southeasterly winds run parallel to the coast. And that keeps most of the weather off the Queensland coast. But as this tropical low and cyclone approaches far northern Queensland through Thursday and Friday, we'll start to see those winds tend a bit more easterly, east-southeasterly, and that'll see the rain increase and the winds increase, particularly north of around Townsville and particularly around parts of the north tropical coast Thursday night into Friday. Now this just shows one scenario in which the track of this system could take, but there's a range of scenarios of where it could be crossing somewhere between Lockhart River and Cooktown in the coming days. So it is vital to make sure you stay up to date with the latest track maps issued by our website and also seen on our app. Now rainfall wise, you're not going to see much in the next couple of days for many of our coastal areas as the system is much further away. But as it approaches the coast on Thursday and Friday, we'll see that heavy rainfall develop through parts of the north tropical coast. But of particular note, we're going to see widespread heavy rainfall near and where this tropical cyclone crosses. And we're also likely to see damage into destructive winds as well. Again, highly dependent on the exact track and intensity of where this cyclone goes. That's why it's so important to stay up to date with the latest forecasts and warnings via our website and on the app. Now, rainfall in the north tropical coast, widespread heavy rainfall across the peninsula. That is obviously leading to flood watches current for many areas of far northern Queensland. And they could be extended southward as well once we get a better handle on just how intense and how far south or north the tropical cyclone system crosses later this week and into the weekend. And then we're likely to see it move into the Gulf of Carpentaria as we move into the weekend. So let's reiterate all of that one more time. Cyclone watches current between Lockhart River and Port Douglas, including the towns of Cooktown and Cowan. Category 1 likely sometime tomorrow, Category 2 into Thursday, then a Category 3 system as it approaches the coast of far northern Queensland, particularly the Peninsula District, on Friday. So that's why it's so important to stay up to date with the latest forecasts and warnings via our website and app. And as it gets closer, you can listen to all advice from emergency services. Make sure your Cyclones kit is ready, and we'll continue to keep you updated here at the Bureau.